Google is up against renewed criticism from China for spreading pornographic content over the internet. But where do the obstacles that Google faces in China fit into the company's overall outlook? Bloomberg's Vera Gibbons joins us now to discuss this. Vera?
Good morning. Well, here's the deal. Google has been inaccessible to a number of users over the past couple of days, but the analysts I spoke to actually say the whole thing is essentially overblown. This is not the first time the government has intervened. It won't be the last time. This is just the cost of doing business there. That's how it is. Any Western company operating there is up against this kind of stuff. And even so, analysts I spoke to say Google is going to right what's wrong. That's the kind of company they are. In fact, they're busy restoring service as we speak. They don't hide behind the issues, get a strong brand. And other analysts say, you know what, it doesn't even matter. China only accounts for 1.5% to 2% of total revenue. So even if there are interruptions for more than a couple of days, it's inaccessible in terms of Google search engines. It's not going to matter, which is why you're not seeing a reaction on the stock. Still a $415 stock, and people still want it.
Absolutely. Now, how's Google, the company, doing overall? Is it suffocating under the weight of its own success?
I know people ask that question all the time because there's always these concerns about growth. But here's the thing. Google is a very mature company. They're the big kid on the block. And I spoke to an analyst yesterday, Jason Helstein from Oppenheimer, and he says the biggest risk right now is increased investment spending. Here's the deal. Microsoft, Bing, caught them off guard. It's a competitive threat, not a revenue threat, but a competitive threat. So they're having to react to that. And that is going to cost money. Now, he did say that if the economy improves, that'll offset the cost of doing this. But he's concerned about margins.
Now, one more question here in terms of Google. How is Google doing overall? We talked about how it's suffocating under its own weight.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. But here's the thing. They're struggling like any of these other tech companies. They're trying to manage their growth. They're trying to manage their core business. So they do have their challenges cut out for them. They're still the best business model in the media and in the internet sector, best position. They've got the longest potential growth opportunity among the large cap peers. So the analysts I talked to say that this latest deal with China is just a blip in the road. Scarlett.
Thanks very much. Vera Gibbons on Google.